Hello, and welcome to Planting with Your Students 101. So today I'm going to show you how I planted with my preschool kids. After this video, I will have a kind of PowerPoint slide-ish little clip that will have everything written out, so you don't have to go back and watch the video. If you forget something, you can just reference the end. So to start with, let me show you all of the things that I used with my kiddos. So first of all, we use these little seed starter cups. You can buy them in a pack of 4 at Lowe's. They were really inexpensive. I think they were less than $3. And we use these because we started our plants inside as opposed to directly planting them in the ground. My school does not have a lot of green space, unfortunately, so we didn't really have anywhere outside that we could plant them. So we started them inside and then put them under a grow light after we planted them. But we also used a seed starting mix just because it was what was labeled with all of the seed starting kits. I thought it would be best to use a seed starting mix as opposed to just normal potting soil. It kind of gives them a little extra nutrients to start out right. And we also used some plastic spoons. I do not have a plastic spoon to show you guys, unfortunately, but you can also use your hands if you want your kids to kind of get in there and feel the soil. You could use metal spoons that are washable. You could use little trowels if you wanted to. That part does not really matter as much. And last but not least, we have our seeds. So we planted purple coneflower. I'll kind of come up so you can kind of see what that looks like, which, as I mentioned before, is a full sun, 2 shade plant. So it's kind of the perfect plant to be planting anywhere in Missouri. And it is native here in Missouri. It is a really good plant for pollinators here. We have carpenter bees, we have bumblebees, things like that are going to love it. We also have some butterflies like painted ladies that are native here that would also enjoy it. So hopefully planting this outside eventually when they get big enough will be great for the local pollinators. I also used a grow light. I do not have that currently, unfortunately, but you can get one on Amazon. They're relatively cheap, about $24.99 is what I think I spent on mine, so it wasn't too bad. All in all, I don't think I spent over $50 to plant with my kids. And of course, the life lessons that they're going to learn with this are priceless, so that really makes it worth it. In a clip after this clip, you will see exactly how I planted with my kids, kind of the method I used. So if you want to use the similar method, you can, or if you have a different kind of plant in mind, maybe you can adapt to the method that I used to whatever plant you're growing. So now I'm going to show you how I actually planted with my kids. With my kids, we actually used plastic spoons, not metal spoons, but for the purposes of this video, I do not have any plastic spoons, so we'll be using a metal spoon. With your kids, you can feel free to use plastic spoons or let them use their hands if you feel brave enough. So basically what we did was took a few spoonfuls of dirt and filled our little cups about halfway, kind of really pack it down in there. Not too tight because you want to have good drainage. So as you can see, my spoon filled it probably about halfway. So we'll leave it at that. And then what I did was I gave each kid about 3 to 4 seeds. And then it's really simple. You just plop them into your little cup and you'll get a little bit of some more dirt, and you'll just kind of plop that back onto your thing. You don't want to pack it down too much because you want to be able to get good drainage, and you don't want to put too much dirt on top because then the seeds won't be able to get as much sunlight as they need. And that's really what we did, and then I watered it with some filtered water, and they started to grow, which you will see in the next clip. So after we planted them, I did go ahead and pop them under a grow light. I used a grow light because my classroom does not have very good windows and we don't get a lot of natural light. But if you do get a lot of natural light in your room and have good windows, then you could probably put them in a windowsill and they would do just fine. With the grow light, I do keep the plants away from the grow light by about 12 inches to 15 inches. just so that they are growing up and not staying stagnant and down on the ground. I do also water them every day, and I water them with a watering can as opposed to just pouring the water in, so that it doesn't just concentrate all in one area. It kind of soaks the soil all around the seeds and all around the plant. And also it kind of simulates just natural rainfall. So that was another fun conversation to have with my kids. So that is the end of my video. I hope that you enjoyed it and you learned something, and I hope that you decide to plant some native plants with your kiddos and learn about native plants and pollinators. We have a lot of things posted on this website that you can kind of check out to kind of see some native plants in maybe in your area, or some native pollinators in your area. So happy planting! I hope your plants grow and flourish and become beautiful native plants that you can populate your area with.